The gods and demons churned the cosmic ocean together. They expected immortality. What rose from those waters first was the end of everything, and only one being was willing to stop it. Before we reach the poison, you need to understand something remarkable. Gods and demons, eternal enemies, chose to work together, not from peace, from desperation. The gods had lost their immortality after a curse from the sage Devasa. Without Amrit, the nectar of immortality, they were slowly dying. Vishnu told them the only path back was to churn the cosmic ocean, the Kshirasagara, but the task was too immense even for the gods alone. They needed the demons, and the demons agreed because they wanted the Amrit for themselves. It was an alliance built entirely on mutual selfishness, and it would produce something neither side had imagined. They used Mount Mandara as the churning rod. They used Vaski, the great serpent king, as the rope. Gods held the tail, demons held the head, and they churned. From those waters came wonders one after another. Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and fortune, Dhanvantari, the divine physician, the wish-granting tree, the celestial elephant. Gift after cosmic gift rose from the depths. The alliance was working. Both sides grew excited. They churned harder, faster, deeper. And then the ocean gave them something that had not been asked for, the Halahala. A darkness rose from the ocean floor. Not a creature, not a weapon. A poison of annihilation. The primordial venom of existence itself. Disturbed from its resting place at the bottom of creation, it began to consume everything it touched. The air turned black. Gods fled. Brahma, the creator of all things, fled. Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, stepped back. The demons scattered. This was not a problem to be fought. This was the end of existence, rising through the water they had churned. The universe was beginning to die, and in the silence where every god had been, someone stepped forward. Shiva cupped the Halahala in his hands and drank it. He did not hesitate. He did not negotiate. He did not wait to see if someone else would act. He simply drank it. The poison that could unmake creation, he swallowed it whole and it burned him. The Halahala was not something even Shiva was immune to. It burned through him the way it burned through everything it touched. But Parvati, watching, moved. She reached forward and seized his throat. She stopped the poison descending further into his body. It stayed there, burning, contained, held in his throat forever. Shiva's throat turned blue. He became Neelakantha, the blue-throated one, and the universe took its next breath. Look at what just happened. Shiva was not part of the churning. He had not agreed to this alliance. He had not been invited to solve this problem. Gods and demons had created this catastrophe through their own desire and ambition, and Shiva stepped in because someone had to, and nobody else would. The god whose nature is destruction chose to contain destruction itself. He carries the Halahala in his throat to this day, burning, held, never released. His blue throat is not a marking. It is a wound he chose to keep so the universe could continue. There is a Sanskrit concept, Vishakantha, the poison-throated one. It is used in literature and philosophy not just for Shiva, but for anyone who absorbs suffering so that others do not have to. Teachers who carry the weight of their students' failures, parents who swallow their own grief so their children see only strength, people who bear pain in silence rather than pass it on. The story of Samudra Manthan is not just ancient cosmology. It is an image of what it means to be the one who steps forward when everyone else has stepped back. And the cost of stepping forward, the permanent blue mark, is not a tragedy in this telling. It is an identity. It is who Shiva is. One thing this story never lets us forget. Shiva did not survive alone. Parvati's hand at his throat is the reason the poison stayed where it did. She is not a bystander in the Samudra Manthan. She is the force that contains the containment. Shiva absorbed the poison. Parvati held it in place. There is a reading of this that says the blue throat is not Shiva's alone. It belongs to both of them. That what looks like one person's sacrifice is always, underneath, two people holding something together. Here is what stays with me. Every being in creation, gods, demons, the great preservers and creators of the universe, looked at the Halahala and retreated. Only Shiva moved toward it, and I think the story is asking us something with that detail. It is asking, what does it mean to be the one who moves toward the thing everyone else is running from? Is that divinity? Is that dharma? Is it simply what happens when you are no longer afraid of destruction because destruction is part of what you are? I don't have a clean answer. I don't think the Puranas do either. That's what makes this story worth returning to. Tell me in the comments, do you think Shiva's act was sacrifice? Or was it simply his nature expressing itself? And if it was his nature, does that make it less meaningful? Next week, she was sent to destroy a demon that could not be killed. Every drop of his blood that touched the ground became a new demon. So she drank the blood before it could fall, and then she couldn't stop. The goddess who saved the universe and nearly destroyed it in the same breath. Kali's story next week. Subscribe and I will see you then.